When I was a kid, there was one video game and one movie that made me draw all the time. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Sega Genesis, and Jurassic Park, one of my all-time favorite movies. I still remember the day after, or actually that same day after when I first played Sonic the Hedgehog, I played probably Play-Doh, and then after I saw Jurassic Park, I started drawing. As the years go on, I'm still drawing. I still do pencil, paper, and then do digital. I always loved drawing. The hard part about drawing is that basically, what I'm trying to do, is it something that I want to make? Is it something I want to get it out there? And if it's not good to me, I'm not going to like it. Just praying to God, hoping that basically whenever I do some of these drawings, hoping that they will feel great. And if a picture that I make, I don't like it, it's abandoned. I don't go back to it, or I will go back to it and finish it off. Like, do I want to continue with it, or do I want to do something else with it? So many sketchbooks I own, all of a sudden, I literally do that. But I go back to them when I'm bored in classes, or bored with my days. The sad thing is about when I'm drawing is that, like I said earlier about if I feel like it's not finished, it's not finished. Sometimes I actually do this, like I have like a whole sketchbook of ideas, and it's one big idea. Ends up turning into like, well, I don't want to go back to it. I have had several of those things. Like, when I was talking about my big binder earlier, I barely go to it now, because, well, I've been drawing on a computer a lot. I have, like graphic novel ideas and comics for my characters and stuff like that, and I barely go back to them. And I've also typed up some of the stories and stuff like that, and I haven't gone back to them, like to continue on with them, or fix them, or whatever, because I'm more busy with drawing on the computers. To me, when I'm drawing, I also want to think about the emotion. Do I want to make characters happy, sad, depressed, angry? And I want, like, basically looking at these pictures that people see like, wow, there's a story in that image on its own. And to me, that's the most important part of imagery, or not really imagery, photos and drawings and everything. Gotta make it feel powerful. And to me, that's the most important part of imagery, or not really imagery, photos and drawings and everything. Gotta make it feel powerful. Basically what I have done, I have turned my whole entire Instagram page into a portfolio. Which, I will tell you guys this, it's weird looking back at my old posts and stuff like that. It's like always about Sonic, Godzilla, or some random thing I found. As the years go on, when I was first introduced to Illustrator down in my career high school, which was not a good 2 years of my life, it felt terrible. And very sad. But when I went there, I was first introduced to Illustrator. I barely used it when I was in high school, or when I was in my other high school. The career high school was basically where I just got on Illustrator and draw all the time. Sad thing is that basically I didn't really pay attention in class because I draw all the time, like I said. So far, my favorite images are basically being posted right now on the screen. And those are the ones that I feel like that are my favorite images I have ever made in my life. And ones I really worked hard on. My favorite of all time I have done is this one here. Because it was part of my big binder I used, and I enjoyed that image so much. I'm just praying to God, hoping that basically that whatever happens after my college life, it's going to end up being great.